and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's cut right to the chase because I've got a date with Bae and I'm not fixing to be late to that. We're getting pizza. Oh, most of you know, if you have been following me for any length of time, I am a social worker. I have my master's in social work that I got in 2016 from Tulane University in New Orleans. So I was thinking about it and trying to figure out how to implement social work into my fitnessy life. And although I do feel like they mesh well together in my personal life, like through my content, I feel like I don't really talk about social work very much. So I thought I would do just like these mini-sodes, like these little videos where I just tackle an issue or a topic that I learned about in social work school and just give you the facts, give you, you know, my opinions in there because it's my channel and like I'm a very opinionated woman, but just to lay it all out for you guys, and maybe you'll learn something new, maybe it's something you already knew about and this will just remind you that this exists, or, you know, I don't know. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, obviously, and also comment below if you have any topics you want me to tackle. So, let's get into the first topic. The first topic is gonna be food deserts. So, what is a food desert? You've heard me bring it up multiple times in past videos, especially talking about veganism and like how to make it cheaper for you and stuff like that. So what even is a food desert? Like, what the fuck was I even talking about? Food deserts are geographic areas that have a concentrated number of people who don't have access to healthy, whole food. Fruits, vegetables, healthy greens, nothing like that. About 23.5 million people live in food deserts. Approximately 2.3 million people, so that's over 2% of US households, live in an area that is over 10 miles away from a supermarket. 10 miles. That means if you're a low-income family and you do not have a car, you have to find a bus route that will take you 10 miles away to get groceries. And then you have to get back on the crowded bus with the groceries and get all the way back home. So picture a low-income family with just 2 children. Imagine the amount of groceries you had to get whenever you were a kid. Like your mom would like call you outside to help get groceries at the car or something. That's a lot of fucking food. Like, that is a lot of food. And so if you live in a food desert and you are low income and do not have a car, first of all, bus fare gets expensive. It's expensive to not have a car. So you have to map out the buses. You probably have to get off a bus and get on another bus, if not once, twice throughout the route, because 10 miles is far away. So you have to get on the bus, probably with your children, because childcare is also really expensive, right? So you get on the bus with your children, unless they're at school. You go from bus to bus to bus to try to get to the grocery store. You get your things. You have a million bags. You get back onto the crowded bus, and then you get home and probably switch buses a few times with your million groceries. And what if you forget something? How many of you forget something every time you go to the grocery store? I forget something all the time. What if you forget medicine that you need or something like that? I don't know. Something that your child needs for like his lunch to school or something. You got to get back on the bus and go all the way back out there. So then you're probably wondering, how do areas get away with this? How is the government allowing this to happen? How can it be possible that people live so far away from grocery stores? And it's because corner stores like gas stations, 7-Elevens and stuff like that count to the government as a grocery store. So if there is a convenience store somewhere in your area, they are not worried. Do you see the issue? We got diabetes, we got obesity, we got problems like that, and sometimes people will just get their groceries from the 7-Eleven because they don't have the money, the time, the fucking energy to go 10 miles away to a grocery store. So then they're getting like powdered donuts and shit from the 7-Eleven, and also that shit is marked up. Have you ever gone into a convenience store to get like a protein bar or something and be like, oh, this is $3 here, this was 99 cents at Safeway? So it's actually more expensive for them to do that, but that's sometimes the only option. So whenever some vegans say that veganism is accessible to everyone or healthy food is accessible to everyone, that is not true. And that's why I always make the disclaimer in my videos, I'm talking to people who don't live in food deserts, who have access to this food. Because if I just had to get my food from a 7-Eleven, there's no way I could be vegan. There's no way I could like live this fitness lifestyle the way that I do, because I need fresh fruits and vegetables and healthy grains and stuff like it, like lentils and stuff like that from the grocery store. So I am blessed, I am privileged, I am privileged to live in a place where there's a Trader Joe's right there, a King Soopers right there, and a Safeway right there. You're probably like, okay, Alexis, you're right. You've made your case. That sounds like it fucking sucks. I'm mad. What do you want me to do about it? I'm just a human person. What do you want me to do? To which I say, that is a very good question. Thank you so much for asking it, person who just thought that. Michelle Obama, my girl Michelle, she actually brought this up and was trying to make big changes with food deserts. He made a campaign, the Let's Move campaign that was supposed to fight childhood obesity. Part of that campaign was to rid the country of food deserts by 2017. Obviously that did not happen, but she was trying to eradicate them. She was raising awareness about them, which was a great first step. So one thing you can do is talk about it. Talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. If you have a YouTube channel, talk about it. If you have friends, talk about it. Talk about it to your family. Talk about it to your senator next time you call him to like bitch about something. Like, people call their senators all the time, and it's important to call your senator. Sorry. Talk about it. Run a food drive. Find out, there's maps online. You can find maps of food deserts. Food desert locator map. You see it right there? Food desert locator map. You can see where your local one is and find out how many are in your area. Raise awareness about that. Make it unacceptable to have those food deserts in your area, because you want people who live around you to be able to eat healthy food. You can also see if there are already efforts in your area that you can donate to or volunteer your time to. Like, for example, if you live in Michigan, they have the Detroit Grocery Incubator Project. I wanted to make sure I got it right. So if you live in Michigan, look it up, see if they need volunteers, see if you can donate. They're trying to work on bridging the gap with access to food, breaking down barriers to getting healthy food for low-income people or people who live in these areas. So just raising awareness, I think, is one of the first steps. Whenever I learned about this in social work school, I was like, how is this a thing? Like, how is this still happening in 2016? And that was last year, and it's still fucking happening now. So people need access to good food. It's not fair that we have access to good food and they do not. It's just not fair. We are privileged. We're so fortunate to be able to walk down the street or drive down the street and get the food that we need, food that will nourish our bodies and get us moving for our day-to-day activities. And like, some people are just trying to survive because the food is so far away from them. So talk to your friends about it, talk to your family about it. Thank you so much for watching. Just watching this whole video was already a good first step. Now you know about them, now you know frustrations of the fact that people don't live close to food. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any topics you would like me to tackle. I obviously get very heated and passionate about topics like this, so I would love to keep talking about them. Let me know what you think. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.